Merry Christmas! Ava just wanted to say hello and send you season's greetings. Also just wanted to give you an update about all the fun stuff we've been doing on the first leg of our tour. Pinups Presidential is live now and we've got lots and lots of interest, so I just wanted to mention a couple of things. Um, we have validated that there's a lot of really great opportunities all over the United States for our human experience design pods. So I've gone to western towns, I've gone down south, we found out west, southwest, we found destination education opportunities, we found destination entertainment opportunities, we found opportunities to host corporate campuses. So that's all really, really exciting. A couple of things that we're working on. I did post the messaging platform, which you can find at facebook.com, obviously, Pinups Presidential. And we're going to have our consistent framework of food, clothing, shelter, healthcare, sanitation as one of the frameworks that we're going to use as we go from town to town, just to make sure that everybody's doing okay. We're also going to be doing our own local flavor version of the preamble, Schoolhouse Rock. So as we work on the branding style guides for your neighborhood, it'll have all of the flavor of your One of the things that's definitely true is that there are beautiful towns all over the United States that have, some have been abandoned. They have beautiful manufacturing facilities that are empty. They have beautiful hotels that were built back in the day by magnates of industry. So they're beautiful. They've got marble and handcrafted woodworking. So Ava went to Chattanooga, Birmingham, Nashville, all through Colorado, and I'm going to continue to travel along the train lines, because along those lines we're going to see consistent opportunities for beautiful little towns that we can work on the campaign trail. So making sure that we've got those messaging points consistently addressed as we work on the campaign trail means that we will have data to share. So as we work on our social media, I'm definitely hoping I'm not going to be responsible for this much longer. I'm on the lam. I've got the word out, so my sugar daddies know that I'm looking for them. And as soon as I do, we got lots of fun folks to connect with. At any rate, I won't be doing the camera work much longer. I'm going to cover a couple of notes. Some of the consistent themes that we're going to be talking about, obviously transportation. We're going to have design challenges where we can work on classrooms that are on the rails to connect the destination education. That's one of the projects that I'm working on actually right now in conjunction with big train companies as well as aviation and car folks, so that we can pimp green rides and get people moving from pod to pod, especially from neighborhoods where we might be having a challenge. Like this truck go by. Where we have maybe folks that aren't engaging in junior high and high school, where we've got some challenges with school districts. We're going to try to invent some new solutions in conjunction with corporate sponsors and grants, and being able to actually work on engineering projects, especially near the places where train stations exist, but they might just be cargo lines now. There are empty buildings there, so we could do engineering school, and folks can move from station to station working on either automotive projects or trains, anything, food trucks, whatever. But we want to get people engaged so that we're not losing folks. And by connecting them directly with HR departments and hopefully getting to do time together with, and that's what we're trying to avoid. we want to empower folks. So I've been taking a look at a couple of different videos from people that are doing stuff. They are already working in lines. A lot of the stuff that they have to cover with people that are studying to join these jobs. A lot of the stuff that they're doing is just really behavioral stuff. So if we can engage folks at a younger age and get them actually working on trains like this when they're younger, so that they can be prepared to actually be on site and actually doing stuff, actually making. But then we're going to find a closer connection. So right now we have a lifestyle that is just box after box after box. We were born in boxes, and we go to school in boxes, and we go to college in boxes, and then we go to work in boxes. We shop in boxes. That's not actually how life happens, you know, and we've kind of lost the connection with making. As you can see, town after town, we're going to have destination agriculture, destination manufacturing. All of these locations are going to be connected with our living pods. So food, clothing, shelter. We're going to have Top Stitch in every town. We're going to have Stir locations in every town, so forth and so on. So please do check the Pinups Presidential site, and also Facebook, Twitter, the same. That may still be under the Belief DNA name, so I'm kind of working as fast as I can to get all this stuff together. I think that's about it. The whole concept of neighborhood hospitality, really helping neighborhoods find their unique identity, so that we can start channeling economic development stuff. So my families have a lot of money to invest, and folks know that the paper money game is over. Now that we're socially connected, we can create affinity groups based on the things that we value, and we don't need a bunch of these extra layers, the paperwork, the corporate, you know, just, it's very, very complex. Well, we've got complicated ways of getting kids through school. We've got complicated ways of getting insurance. We've got everything, attorneys, and blah, blah, blah. We're not going to need that banks. And the paper money game is over, and everybody knows it. So there's a lot of interest in sort of moving in that direction anyway. So as we can sort of go neighborhood by neighborhood and talk about, you know, who's living here, and what's the culture here, and what's the food taste like, and what are the native patterns like? What are the cultural patterns that are here? We're going to make these gorgeous brand style guides neighborhood by neighborhood, and really start building up these proposals that are going to get people into education opportunities, that are going to train them for actual jobs. We're going to streamline that process. What does industry need right now? What do we need in terms of providing clean air, clean water, food? You know, neighborhood by neighborhood. We're not going to talk about the system anymore, because the system was created, you know, decades ago. Sometimes we're even talking about stuff that was designed 150 years ago, and we don't need it anymore. We just don't need it. What we need is just a unique perspective on what the opportunity is in this neighborhood, in this neighborhood, in this neighborhood. Let's try to build some schools. Let's try to solve some problems. Let's try to find sponsors. Let's try to see if we can connect with grants and those sorts of things on a neighborhood by neighborhood basis. We can set up our social labs, drop pins, hashtag it. All that stuff's on the site and on our social media stuff. So check those things out. I'm crazy optimistic about this. Like I was really, really delighted to have the opportunity to kind of get out on the road and check out all of these towns, all of these cities, neighborhoods. I mean, pods work. You know, if we can just take a consistent inventory to make sure that you feel safe in your neighborhood. If you don't feel safe, why not? Let's start figuring that stuff out. Neighborhood by neighborhood, drop pins, we share, and then once we share, we're going to find the best practices. We're not going to have to listen to politicians saying that our constituents say. We don't need anybody to represent us. We can just say it now. We've got our phones, we've got our devices, we've got everything that we need to have conversations. and then we'll see what works. We'll just share the results and say, hey, you know how we solved that problem? We did it, you know, in such and such a way. And we're going to have a fun time. So we've got a couple of different things that are going on. We've got Pinups Presidential, the show. We've got tons of entertainers, lots of cool people in the families. So lots of surprises will be coming there on the entertainment side. We've got Sanctuary. We're going to have a conversation about what it means to do sacred life together on the planet. We're globally connected now. So every time we work on a style guide that sort of reflects the flavor of a particular neighborhood or region, we're going to instantly connect globally. We're a melting pot. This is one of the greatest concepts of a country that ever existed on planet Earth. And so from a rebranding perspective, we're just going to revisit those values and say, are we on track? In this neighborhood, are we on track? Those 5 things: food, clothing, shelter, health, sanitation, for the campaign trail, and then the preamble, you know, are how are we having justice and domestic tranquility? Those things. Are we meeting those needs here? And if not, why not? Let's set up an experiment to figure out how we can fix it and share our results. Then we've got a platform. Then we've really got a campaign trail redesign that our public servants can use. And they can stop arguing because they'll know exactly what we want. We will tell them, this is exactly what we want you to do because we're electing you to office. We can eliminate a lot of the money problems that, you know, we've got politicians, public servants, politicians spend all their time trying to earn money instead of helping us achieve what we want to achieve as citizens. We want to make sure that happens, and we don't have to wait around. We don't have to wait for another election. We don't have to wait. You know, we've got a great president in office. Let's support him, you know? Let's stop arguing and just support the folks that we have. Let's redesign it. Let's share ideas, and then we'll make it better. By the time the election rolls around, we'll have this stuff down. By the time we have this election, once it rolls around and once we have people trending in terms of leadership, we're already going to know who we're voting for. It'll be done. It'll just trend. We'll be like, wow, that is the smartest person in infrastructure. That's the smartest person in foreign policy. That's the smartest person in whatever, agriculture or whatever, because we will work together to make sure that happens. So really excited. I'm like beside myself. It is incredible, the support that I've seen. Thanks for all the outfits and Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and happy time off if you get time off and you don't celebrate. Hanukkah and all that good stuff. So peace on earth, human rights, civil rights, genetic rights, digital ID, all the stuff that we are not fighting for, we are representing. So much love. AVA.